Hello, this is Harry Thompson IV of Misunderstood Creature Entertainment, LLC, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Meep the Spacebat. This game footage is taken from the game, well, specifically it's taken from the 4th alpha build. We've showcased it at a couple conventions, and we have basically gathered information from it. And there are some faults to it, but the main purpose of this build was always to show we are capable of having enemies interact with each other, to showcase a taste of how the weapons work. You know, you can go straight to Meepocalypse. Legendary Spacebat's what we're going to be starting with. So you can see Meep is flying around, and there's the basic Meep shot. That's the party rocket. And that's the flamethrower. I mean, I could call it fire breath, but whatever. Star pretty much shoots in any given direction. And there is that. So let's press space, and here we go. Alright, I'm going to take the basic attack, and I'm going to shred a couple meteors to get some points. You can interact with the meteors however you want. And if you use the flamethrower, you can push them aside. If you use the star, you can knock them clear out. Me personally, I use the basic shot to get an easy level 2 power upgrade. And, you know, level up right to level 2. There we go. Alright. So, here's the Swabby. It came into existence for a couple seconds, got toasted, so we're going to see how well I do against 2 of them. Now, if I was better positioned, I could have taken out both those at the same time. Here's 4 more. There we go. Well, that was close. Party Rocket has a little bit smaller hitbox than it used to, so you have to be precise with it, but when you level it up, it has a lot of damage potential. So, alright, we're going to clear out some of the slime here. Take out the meteor, and there's there's the triple shot for the party rocket. I'm taking out the toxic swabby right here, kite it, and got it. Alright, taking out the slime, and took out the slime and the swabby with that. And I have control of the board right now, so to speak. Switch back to the basic shot, and we're going to let the toxic swabbies create their slime trail. Now, if I let them finish, a swabby will actually be summoned, but I'm going to take them out quickly so that way I can get some points and level up. Yep, alright, level 3 of the basic shot. I'm going to switch back to the party rocket so I can try and level that up to level 3 as well to prepare for the end of the stage. Taking out the... Oh, there we go. That pretty much did it. I'm going to kite this guy and boom, back of the head. So now we're going to use the level 3 party rocket to clear the meteorites out of the way. And you can see the meteorites do explode, and as you saw, you didn't get a chance to see much of it previously, but, you know. And see, there's what I'm talking about, the flamethrower being allowed to move the meteorite. Fire now taking out the swabby. And I'm going to switch back so I can clear out some space for me to move. So I'm currently cornered right here. Took a little bit of damage. Okay, get the basic shot. And wow, that guy was going crazy. Okay, took a little bit of damage there as well. When you get hit, you've probably noticed my score is going down. My score is not broken. It's just one of the mechanics in Meep is that your points go down when you get hit, but when you take out an enemy, your points go up. This is why it's important to learn the mechanics of the game, so that way you can get a higher score. And this is where the background ends. Bat breathing fire in space. Yeah. We used to have Conrad talking here about, you know, the lack of a background artist, and that's the reason Meep can't go to the plant surface. But we have a background artist now, and he's a really good guy. The problem is that we don't really have that much resources to give the man to, give him the support that he needs. That's really what this is all about, is supporting our artists, supporting our programmer, and all the people who are taking time out of their life to give us more than we have right now. If you look at the video on our Indiegogo, if you look at the content we've been releasing, you see already that we've been making huge strides and advancements. And while this is not the greatest score in the world, and it's not as good as the tribute score, what I personally feel this is proof that if we can do this much with this little, just think what'll happen when you give us resources. Now, I'm going to go right into Meepocalypse, so if you click the annotation, welcome. If not, if you've just been watching with me, well, here we are. And this is Meepocalypse. This is how we test weapons. This is the swabbies as they come in, and this is all based off of a mathematical formula which summons a swabby every couple seconds. See, while in the actual gameplay, we don't, have scenes often where there's this many enemies on the field. We'd rather you face 3 or 4 enemies that are really tough. What the game is about is zone control when it comes to weaponry. And as a result, I always felt that it would be appropriate to have Meep test. So there's the star right there. Yeah, it's not really working like how it should. I mean, it's good that it does that little, spread thing, but it's going to be a lot different when we actually implement the new version. Our programmer's really excited to fix that, as well as the fact the flamethrower doesn't work in this mode of gameplay, which is, another reason why I wouldn't want to give this as a download to you right now, because that's like giving you an action figure that only has, oh, well, I'm sorry, but it doesn't have a hand. I wouldn't feel good about that. I want to give you the best. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. I want to give you the best I can. So, you see how right now with the party rocket at its max potential, I'm controlling the board, but, there's the 2-second lag. Which, again, unless you're paying attention, you won't notice. Which is very cleverly done. And that 2-second lag is there to basically be one of the limiting factors, because the basic Meep shot is it's rapid fire, but it can't attack above. And that's the strength of the party rocket, is the party rocket can cover 5 precise targets. If you will remember earlier on in this very video in Legendary Spacebat mode, I wasn't able to shoot a couple enemies, and they were able to get past the party rocket in between those spaces. Now, even there, I missed a couple. It's not a perfect spread, but it is something that covers a lot of ground. So there's that you can look forward to when you're using the 3rd level. The main thing that when I designed Meepocalypse, again, was it's not just, one day I said, hey, let's make a room that tests the strength of all our weapons and see, what does best in a situation where the enemy's cornered, what does best in a situation where the player's cornered, what does best when the enemy's above me, below me, whatever. It's not like I just up and decide that. There was a spark of inspiration. And it comes from, ironically, an error. And it seems that, in my personal experience, good design has always come from an artist making an error and then improving on it. That's why the first step to, in my personal opinion, the first step to success is failing. So, go here, and later on in the video, I'll show you it, but there was an image that was sent to me from our old programmer, and this image was entitled Whoops. And it's hilarious because it's this huge amount of swabbies. And at the time, I had never thought of the concept of let's put Meep against a huge army all at once. And then I just saw this and I was like, oh my god, I want this to be a thing. And that's how we're going to test our weapons. So then we ended up creating the room, and we decided, okay, this is how we're going to test weapons from now on. And then we found out that our testers were like, hey, this is really fun to do. Can we have this as a separate mode of gameplay? And I was like, sure, yeah, why not? So I tried it out with a audience, and they were like, yeah, this is great. You know, I like blowing things up for 5 minutes and seeing what score I can get. Now, I did a take called For You the Player earlier, and I just couldn't get that today, probably because I got hit a little bit. We'll call this one Zone War, because, as I said before, when I design weapons, it's all about zone control. It's about how much of the screen can you take back at how fast a rate. Because to me, that's the core of most space shooter gameplay. And that's pretty much what I look for when I design things. So if you get the create a power-up bonus with us, then, well, then this is pretty much what you have to look forward to. Sometimes, you know, people want a more precise game, and sometimes people just want to attack legions of swabbies and play something that breathes fire in space. So, yeah, I think, let me, here it is. So in a couple seconds, I'll show you the pic that I got. Yeah, there it is. That is the picture that inspired Meepocalypse. So, there you go. I want you all to have a great day. Thank you very much for giving me your time. Please give us support, because we can do this with the bare minimum. But with you, I know we can do so much more. Thank you.